replays. Taking pictures of my hand, apparently, as I settle in from an early day of work and come home to a package. So I thought it would be a little bit of fun today to do a quick unboxing of basically my Black Friday shopping, and also to talk a little bit about the 84 community replay that we started on YouTube, or pardon me, on Facebook. Although a couple of people have streamed a game or two on YouTube, it's mostly a Facebook project where um, everyone who's playing can play whatever game they want. And we're playing out the 1984 Major League Baseball season. People play random games. Not random, but they pick a few games a week, and they play them out. So they don't always play the same team. They don't always play the same game even. Some people are using multiple games to play their games. I've used Payoff Pitch to play mine so far, but yeah, you can use whatever game you want as long as it's statistically valid, and that's going pretty well. We're going to be just about done with our third calendar week, and of course, with any undertaking where you have more than 20 people involved, I think there's 80-something people in the group, but 20-something people who have played games already. There's going to be hiccups, so I want to talk a little bit about that today, but let me flip this around and see if we can't. There's the box. It's a big box. Big. There's a laptop box. Big box. Wife hiding behind box. Reflected in the mirror over there. So we're gonna do a little unboxing here. It's just one box. All my Black Friday shopping was pretty loyal to my current favorite game, which you all know is made by Sideline Strategy Games. So I took advantage of their sale. Joe was kind enough to include me in the sale, even though I was a little late, and give me a really good deal on some awesome stuff. So I filled out my. Well, let's see what's in the box. Now, I am no Kurt Berglund. My guns are often not up to the challenge. Let's see how tough this tape is. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough, and I don't want to damage anything. So let's see if I can get. Well, you know what? Let's give everybody a second to join us, because this is pretty impromptu. And let me get my chat up so I can see what the hell's going on.
You want a scissor?
I'll get it.
Oh.
Babe doesn't know about authentic unboxings. I can assure you this is an authentic unboxing because I just got home. I took enough time to say hi to the wifey and change, and here I am. So we're going to do a little unboxing, and then we're going to talk a little bit about 84 and how that's going, and some of the things I've been thinking about the last couple of days with it. I know I said I was taking the rest of the year off from YouTube, but it's more like I just need to get myself a little focused. This is a big box. It's very heavy. It's got some heft to it. So let's see if we can get this. Oh man, it's taped around the side too. It's that good tape. There we go. Tear all that off there. Shipping label and all. And it's well packaged. Oh, hold on. It's a very picky little stream camera here, my cell phone. And yeah, here we go. So we've got a lot of packaging. This is there was no hermetic sealing. There's a lot of stuff in there. Holy shit. There's an awful lot of stuff in there, so let's see what comes out of the box. Is this the drama view? I guess this is the drama view, right? Take a little packing off. I can always reuse this for. Oh, there you go. As you can tell, it is quite a lot of Payoff Pitch baseball seasons. I don't remember what I ordered. Isn't that terrible? It's been a couple of weeks. It's been like 3 weeks because there was a Black Friday sale, and Joe had a little bit of trouble with printing and shipping. Not trouble, but it just took him a little time. So let's see. Right off the bat, we have 1933. There's 1933 Payoff Pitch Baseball. 3 quick boxes there. 3 quick stacks. And then underneath it, I see Denny Galehouse. So this would be 1940, represented by Denny Galehouse, Stan Spence, and Lou Finney. You think I'm all in on the payoff pitch, guys, or what? I can't believe he got this in one box, actually. But I did order a lot of older seasons, so that's part of it. There's a little bit of a thicker stack here. We've got a 4 stack here. This is 1921. 1921. Pretty cool. All right. And all the way at the bottom here, we got 1954. 1954 here. 54 is a great season. I have this in APBA. And had started replaying APBA last year, but got distracted by many games. It's a really good season with some great star power. Now this is the bigger set. We've got a stack of 6 here, and this would be 1963. So now we're getting into a little more wheelhouse, right? 63 here, Crosley Field right on top. And then we're going to go a little deep here. So 1 or 2 here. There's one more. One more. And I have to verify that this is what I ordered, but I think this is right. And then 1964. So 63 and 64, that's kind of cool. We have back-to-back years there. And I think that's it, right? That's it. All right. Probably going to keep the box for storage for now until I get around to separating all these. So we got, in reverse order, 64, 63, 54. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Got a bunch of seasons here for payoff pitch. 54, and then we got 40. So that's 4. And we got 33, 1933, and 1921. We have 6 brand new payoff pitch baseball seasons. And I think, and I have to check, but let me check their website real quick. I think I now have everything up through 1964 that Joe has produced. So I'm just going to check the website while I chat with you fine people today. And this pretty much represents my long-term project investment into payoff pitch, because it's just, I have every stretch season ever released except for the original set. Okay, now not all of them are original. I don't have the 60 set, but I do have the Founders Edition, right? So, but I have literally representing every single card set that Strat has ever released, either the original or the reissue. I'm not trying to collect the originals. Some of them are ridiculously pricey. Hey, Sports Time Machine. It is a big haul. So 6 seasons. So now I'm trying to kind of complete my payoff pitch baseball collection. So I just want to see if indeed I have gotten everything through 64. And then I can kind of go over what else I have too. I can take you in the closet and show you the payoff pitch. But I'm just kind of looking at here. Let's do this, so you don't have to just stare at the cards. All right. So here's a website. This is not exactly the professional. So we're going to go down to the 3rd page, and but yeah, I have every Strat set baseball set ever released, either the original or the reprint. So pretty good there. But for payoff pitch now, I didn't do the Australian yet. I don't know if I will. That's kind of a weird one, right? It's kind of cool. It's kind of weird. I didn't do the fictional players, although I'm curious, but I just don't see myself playing with it a lot because I'm really into like historical replays. The first set I ever bought along with 1980 was this 1889, so I had that already. And I would like to do something with that. That's actually a pretty cool set. That's already been separated and unboxed a long time ago. So now we have 1921 we got today. Right? I always get the left-right splits. That's just me. I don't think it makes a big difference. I don't think it matters which one you get, but I prefer to have the splits. And I like the way Joe does them. So we got 21, 33. We got 40. I've had 48. I've actually started that replay a little bit. I just got 54, 63, 64. I've had 69. I don't think I have 72. I have 72 in Strat, but I don't have 72 in Payoff Pitch. And there's the puppies. And the wife working. Wifey works from home. I just got home. And go say hi to puppies? Oh, I will have a little puppy detour. I won't be able to see. Well, maybe I will. Maybe the chat's on screen if you guys chat. But this is Oscar. Yeah. This is kind of more fun than just staring at a table, right? Hi, Oscar. Say hi to everybody. Who's a good boy? What's up? What's up? It's Papa's good boy. Oscar's 6 years old. He is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and he is just the sweetest boy.
He is.
He's the sweetest boy. Right, and then over here is Midge, and Midge is not the sweetest girl. She can be the sweetest girl, but she is our little nut job. Yeah. Yeah. So this is Midge, right?
She is a sweet girl.
She runs away even from me when you're too aggressive with her.
Oh, Midgie, it's okay, honey.
Come here, baby. Nope, she's being shy.
She don't like the camera.
She hates the camera. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is Midge, right? And they sit quietly over here on the couch while this, like I said, I think I've told you guys before, we live in a literal tiny house. We have about 576 square feet here. This is wifey's workspace over here.
Don't look at the screen.
Quick, I just real quick. Couldn't see anything. It's all glare. Yeah. And this is our little Christmas tree, and that is usually I'm in that corner there with that bookshelf behind me, but because of Christmas, there's all our boxes for unwrapped. We have to. Well, actually, those are my presents for other people. And then there's our tree, and that's our front door, and that's like we live in this room basically. And here's where I play Strat or Payoff Pitch or whatever is the case may be. Yeah. And then when I'm not playing Strat or Payoff Pitch, there's a little TV and our weird bamboo plant and all the books I read. And then here's where I go every once in a while. I'll play a little bit of PlayStation. I used to be a really big video gamer until Reflexes caught up with me. But I have every video game console ever released going all the way back to ColecoVision. But they're all pretty much in storage because we live in a tiny house. So I'm not going to give you the full tour, but there's the dog crates and a bathroom, and then there's a bedroom around the corner. I'm not going to show you that. And then and this is our in much need of remodeling kitchen. But these are old military houses. They used to actually serve as like this would have been like a captain's quarters where he could live by himself if he was a bachelor. And this is a one-bedroom house, and everything's pretty much original. Got a very, very overstocked pantry here. It's a mess. Who cares? They're not coming over for dinner, babe. We're just showing.
I know, but I have to clean it.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. And then out here we got a little porch and a patio. Nice little neighborhood. There, my little Christmas tree barrier here. Right. It's turned into more than an unboxing. I'm unboxing my house right now. This is the neighbors. They're awesome. They're great. And then we have a pretty big backyard actually. And it's all fenced in for the doggies, which is one of the big reasons we got this place. But it's a sizable backyard. It's about 3 times the size of our house. So, yeah. And then there's really nice houses behind us. But anyway, I digress. So now you've gotten the tour of Chateau de Joe. Yeah, we can get back to talking about all these card sets and these ambitions where I think I'm going to live forever. And just be able to, hey, it's like a Jeffrey Guterman stream. It's like watching infinity on my screen. But, so I don't have 72. I've been playing, okay, or that's page 1. Or page 3, depending on which direction you're going. And then we get into the 70s and 80s. And then I have 73. I have 76. I have 77. Actually, I don't have 76. I'm lying to you. So I don't have 72. I don't have 76. Okay. I have 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. All those. And then I have 94, so I'm missing 91. So I need 72, 76, and 91 to bring me all up to date through 1994. So that's kind of like where we're at, right? I'm still here, if you were wondering. Yeah, oh, that's my hand. Doesn't work, does it? But yeah, this is my life. It's what I do. Happy to be home from work a little early today. I do need a shave. But wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this, which was this 1984. Oops, trying to turn the camera back around. Hold on. Community replay project that we have going on Facebook, right? So, started this a couple months ago now, and we're through the third week. Pretty much has wrapped. We're just about done with the. We're just about done with the games of the third calendar week of the season, and it's been going pretty well. I think there's 22 people who've played games now. But one of the things I've noticed is that there are inevitable issues, right? There's communication issues. There's basically management or administrative issues that are going to come along with any kind of project. That normally, when you're doing it by yourself, you kind of set the rules and you just go. And everybody, like, you don't have to worry about other people understanding because you're playing by yourself. So, like, we all have our own strat rules. We all have our own house rules for how we play our games. Well, in organizing a project where I wanted to make sure as many people as possible could participate in this project with different games, that's where the real logistical problem comes in. It required a fair bit of thought up front, and what I decided to do was go with the Stratomatic roster sheet for 1984 to determine what players were eligible, and we decided not to do an as-played replay because not all the players are available. We decided instead to do, I decided instead to do an as-scheduled replay. So we're using the actual schedule from Retro Sheet as it was planned, but not played. So the rainouts aren't included. Any kind of scheduling glitches or contingencies are not included. So it's as planned, meaning every team will have 162 games. The ties are not accounted for. The rainouts are not accounted for. If games were not made up, they're not accounted for. We're playing the original schedule the schedule makers made before the season caused alterations to be made, right? So it's pretty cool. And it lets everybody kind of play different things. But there's been some questions lately about how we're organizing it. So I just wanted to go briefly over some of the things. Now, our main organization tool is this Google Sheet, right? And it's trying to turn the camera around again. Stock teams as scheduled, exactly. Well, sort of stock, right, Mike? Because we're doing trades, right? So this is the Google Doc we have set up, and this is the first week of games, and then the second week of games. I highlight them in different colors just to make it easy for people to know where we're at, and then you can see people are posting their names and their results here as they play them, and then this is just sort of our like how we keep track of who's playing what. Then down here, we've got tabs, right? So we've got the 84 trades tab. And if we go to the 84 trades tab, you can see that we have all of the traded players and the team they started with and the team they were traded to. Now, this isn't all of the traded players. This is the players on the roster sheet that are eligible for the project who were at some point traded. And we decided to use these trades because otherwise usage gets really out of whack. Some teams come up really short in bullpen, et cetera, et cetera. So these players will move. So on Alex Trevino will move from Cincinnati to Atlanta after the games of 424. Dane Iorg will move from St. Louis to Kansas City on May 10th. Now everybody has access to the sheet, but nobody else can edit it. Because we had some confusion early on. So that was the first lesson I learned is don't let people edit stuff that you know is right. Because people were just editing. And they meant well, right? They absolutely meant well. And thank you guys for meaning well. But it wasn't necessary. I promise you I did my homework. I promise you these dates are either correct or they are the best of choices to be made for the specific player. So, for example, and I don't have a player example, I don't remember because it's been a couple months since I did this list. But let's say Don Schultz was on Chicago Cubs and he went to Cleveland. But let's say And it says 6/13 is the trade. But let's say he was actually released by the Cubs on 6/10, and the Indians actually picked him up on 6/17. I picked the date in the middle. I picked the date that made sense, just to make it easy. So you don't have to worry about putting him off to the side. I tried to make it as easy as possible. I didn't realize that when you're dealing with 20 plus people playing a project, that easy was not not necessarily going to be. Maybe it's my lack of communication skill, but not everybody got it right. So it's kind of why I'm doing this video too, is I want everybody to get a understanding of what's going on here. So this trade list shows you what team the player should start on. That's this first column, right? And that's where they should be right now, because we haven't gotten to the games of 424 yet. And then as we get to the dates, I'll highlight the players and let everybody know they should move from, like, on 424, make sure you move Alex Trevino from Cincinnati to Atlanta, right? Simple enough, right? So that's the concept. The other thing we did was we set rotations. And instead of, again, going as played, we basically did what you would have done with an out-of-the-box strat replay, right? You would have, what I used to do before I had access to all this information on the internet back when I was playing this game in the 80s, was I would take the guys with the most starts. And they would be the top 5 starters. And then I would figure it out from there. So that's basically what we did. Now, we made a couple of exceptions. So, like, if you look at Boston, it's got Hurst, Ojeda, Boyd, Nipper, and Eckersley. Clemens didn't make his debut until 5/15, 1984, so Clemens is not available until 5/15. And Brown pitched 11 games. He started. We don't know when. We don't worry about it. He's going to pitch 11 games or so, approximately. He may pitch 12, he may pitch 10, he may pitch 14. But he's going to pitch somewhere in the neighborhood of 11 starts in the second half of the season. So these starters are meant to be for the first half of the season. And there's an American League tab and a National League tab, okay? Now, I know that a lot of you aren't playing the 84 project, but, it's kind of fun just to talk about. There we are. How this is supposed to work. So if you look over here, it says games 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5, 0. So Mike Boddicker should start all of Baltimore's games that end in a 1 or a 6. Midgie doesn't like that. She's like, you should have gone as played. Listen, fuck off, Midgie. We're doing the best we can.
Hey, don't talk to her like that.
I'm kidding, babe. Relax. So she's very protective of the puppies. Me too, though.
They're my kids.
Right. So at some point, Eckersley will go to the Cubs. That's a good point, Mike, right? So Eckersley starts off. I already lost him. Eckersley starts off in Boston, but at some point on 5/25, he'll go to the Cubs, and we'll change him on the rotation. I'll change him on the rotation. Okay, I'll put him in the Cubs rotation. I'll take him off the Boston rotation. And then when we look at the Boston rotation, that's basically when Clemens shows up. So Clemens will move in when Eckersley moves. I'll take care of this. You guys don't have to worry about it. The only thing you have to worry about is Boddicker starts all his team games, all Baltimore's games that are 1 and 6. So game number 1, game number 6, game number 11 and 16, games number 21 and 26. Okay, how do you know what team game it is? You go back to the schedule and you look and you say, okay, here's, let's find Baltimore just so we're consistent. Here's Baltimore. What team game is it? Game number 12. Who should be the starter in game number 12? Games that end in 2. Right? Games that end in 2. That's game number 12. So Flanagan should be the starter in game number 12. That's all you got to do. Okay? Hope that makes it make sense. Right? Now, there's a whole nother thing about Cards and Dice Baseball where we keep stats. I'm going to go over that in a different video. I actually want to do a stats entry tutorial for everybody at some point, because I think there's been some confusion about it. But I wanted to give a brief overview of this. Okay. Now, for those of you who are, and I'm going to post this in the Facebook group too, for those of you who are participating in 84, thank you. You guys have kicked it off really, really awesomely. I think it's going great. Unfortunately, my energy level and my time commitment has been all over the place. Just work's been hard. Holidays are tough. I want to take care of my wife and these puppies and make sure I spend sufficient time, because my relationships with my family are the most important thing in the world to me. And it's hard for me to do all the things I want to do and give them equal time. The other thing I've noticed is that between answering questions, clarifying rules, helping people figure out how the project's supposed to work, it's a lot of work. And Kevin Thomas has done a lot. Sports Time Machine, Mike Bowes helped me with the rotations early on. Like, you got a lot of people have contributed a lot of effort to making this project work. And thank you very much. But ultimately, I kind of put myself in a position where I have to be the organizer, the commissioner, if you will, right? Even though it's not a league, it's a cooperative project, it's still sort of a commissioner role. And I've been having difficulty fulfilling that role, playing my own replays, which I really want to enjoy, and I'm really enjoying my 1973 replay. And look, guys, I just got, 6 more payoff pitch sets here, and clearly I'm ambitious about my replays, right? So what I wanted to do was figure out how I could make sure this project really goes well, because it's something I wanted to do for the community, right? For the sports sim community here on YouTube, for the sports sim community on Facebook, and I decided the best thing for me to do is to step away from playing the games and be solely the commissioner of the league, be solely the organizer, solely the person who's going to be responsible for making sure everything runs smooth, right? So it's not a huge time commitment, but when I start trying to add in playing 3 to 6 games a week as part of the project and all that, and doing my own stats and everything else, and then having to verify everybody else's stats and that people are using the right pitching rotations and all that stuff, it became a lot. And it became to the point where I didn't feel like playing the games because I had invested so much time and energy in answering questions and clarifying things. And that's not a bad thing. It's just the role I chose for myself. So I think I'm going to step back from playing the games, and I'm going to solely focus on managing the community project for now. Maybe that'll give me more room to sort of facilitate other people's play and make sure we do some cool stuff with the project. Maybe people can play games against each other if I can help organize that sort of thing. But anyway, that's what I wanted to announce regarding the 84 community project. I wanted to make sure Dave Gardner knew how the rotations worked, because Dave's going to be joining the project with his 84 strat set. He's going to give it a try, and he's worried about breaking it. And Dave, you can't break it. It's already been broken. Pete Rose already started on the wrong team and then got moved and then went back to the wrong team once, and then some guy pitched 81 innings in one game that we had to fix. Like, it's okay. Midgie thinks it's okay. She's like, whatever. It's fine. Pete Rose, always a Cincinnati Red. Why is he on the Expos? Well, that's where he was in 84. What do you want me to tell you? But, yeah, I'm gonna be the organizer, and I'm gonna go and make sure the dog stops barking. But I want to thank you guys. It's been a lot of fun, and I think the project is going great. So let's keep it up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go relax, have some dinner with my wife. We're gonna watch the season premiere of Virgin River tonight, one of our favorite shows, and maybe I'll roll some baseball games later if I have some time and energy. I'm pretty tired though. It's been a long day. I came from work early because I wasn't feeling great, but she's still working, so I had like a half hour or so to kill, and I wanted to do this with you guys. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. All right.